It's important to get the mundane right. Most people go through their lives and they're in anticipation of the next major milestone or event that they have coming up. It might be hanging out with friends on the weekend, an upcoming wedding, a vacation, a concert, and it's normal to anticipate those significant points in your life. But the reality is, those significant moments make up maybe, in the best case scenario, 20% of our lives. Probably in the worst case scenario, maybe as little as 5% of our lives. And so the vast majority of our life is spent in the mundane. And so you'll live a much better quality life, a much more rich and meaningful life, the better you can optimize the mundane. An example I'll say, in today's day to day, most people consume content. I think unless you're a Buddhist monk or you don't have access to the internet to some capacity, people are consuming content on a regular basis. Maybe as little as an hour a day, maybe as high as 8 hours a day, on a very extreme sense. But we all consume content. On one end of the spectrum, we have short form, bite-sized content that is just pure entertainment. The stuff that might make you laugh and you get some quick engagement, a quick dopamine hit, but in reality is completely insignificant. You're going to scroll past it, you're going to get through it. You might not ever come across that content again in your life. It in no way shaped your vision for the future, left an impact on you in any way. On the other side of the spectrum, we have something like a book, probably the most ultimate long form content. And there's stuff in between too. We have more long form content like podcasts, watching documentaries and docu-series, and then probably somewhere in between we have more mid-sized content where it's as long as 5 to 20 minutes, where you go a little bit more in depth than kind of that bite-sized point. But the point of this is to say, if you're going to consume content, and maybe again there's a time and place for that bite-sized content, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to resonate and change your life in a profound way relative to a book. Most people that have read a book, you can think about to high school or elementary school even, you probably have some favorites of stories that have just resonated with you so well, and you've taken away the lessons from them, and they genuinely change your perspective on life. So think about just investing, of that chunk of your day that you're going to spend consuming content on reading. Maybe it's only 10 minutes, maybe it's 20 minutes, and maybe you're a slow reader, whatever. Let's say it takes you on average of 1 month to finish a book. On a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, you're not going to become this new person, right? You're not going to learn so much in 1 week that this experience of reading is radically going to transform you. But if you finish a book in a month and then you compound that over a year and you finish 12 books, and then you do this for a decade and you read 120 books, you've now gone so in depth on a breadth of different topics and novels, and you learn lessons, and it's impacted your quality of life because of the new wisdom that you've gained from this form of content, far more than if you spent that exact same amount of time scrolling through TikTok. And so this is all to say, the benefits that you can gain from optimizing the mundane will compound and translate to a higher quality, richer sense of experience in life in the long run. Another example I'll say is around exercise. And most people, understate the benefits of exercise, but they will transform every aspect of your life: your energy quality, your strength, your brain health, your temperament. The list goes on. Mental health. It's wild in terms of how much exercise will benefit you. And maybe you're early into your exercise, journey, let's say, and maybe you can only exercise 10 minutes a day. But and realistically, day to day, you're not going to notice much of an improvement. But if you continue to compound those gains over, let's say, a decade, you'll look back and you'll notice a pretty radical transformation to your quality of life by investing into something on a consistent basis and getting that mundane aspect of your life right. And it will just radically transform you. And again, you can apply this to so many things: to your diet. What are you eating on a regular basis? What does your quality of sleep look like? And you're sleeping pretty well every single day. And so the whole point of this is just to say, think about the mundane. Don't let life pass you by. Audit yourself. Check in on your habits that you're completing on a regular basis. And as mundane as they may seem, those are the ones that you want to get optimized the best that you can, right? I'm not to say like something like brushing your teeth every day. Everyone does it. It's so insignificant. But if you're brushing your teeth wrong, or you're using poor products, or you're damaging your gums, or for worse, like you're not even brushing your teeth, you don't even care about your oral health. Like the negatives that can compound from getting the mundane wrong are just as profound getting as the compounded gains that you get from getting your mundane right. So optimize for it. Don't take it for granted. Consider the mundane just as significant as the significant moments, and you're bound to live a much more fruitful, high quality life in the long run.